tired of seeing the rejection mails. What is this? Everywhere I apply, I only see sorry, sorry. I stopped opening those mails. I've literally stopped opening the mail, seeing the subject line when they say sorry. I said, I'm done. I am done. I give up.
Pooja, you have been a student, now you've been working in a company. You've had different phases of life, student life you had, now you are an employee. At the same time, you're also developing multiple skills along with your employment. So, mostly students will have a tough phase adapting to the working environment, or maybe the expectations, I would say. Not many expectations. When they join the college in the first year, they will be dreaming of becoming millionaires, billionaires. And second year, the idea will be different. And third year, somehow the ideas will come down. They'll have a little bit normal ideas. And fourth year, there won't be ideas because there won't be anything happening with them. At least they'll be thinking, let me get a job at least, or let me get through an interview and get an offer. That would be condition of the students when they reach the fourth year of engineering or maybe the final year of the degree. The dreams keep changing, the expectations keep changing because a lot many things won't happen in the life, and people have to adapt and change accordingly, and nobody knows what comes into life. And it's not like personal life, or you fall in love with a person and you stay there. That is personal life. When it comes to professional life, life is different here. You have to work in different places. You have to take the different job roles, and you're not supposed to get attached to any place, any person in your workplace, and make sure that uh, what you earn and how you make up your life and how you grow, that's important than anything else when it comes to really profession and when it comes to the work as well as the growth. Having said this, I want to ask you a question.
Mhm.
How all these things happened? What were your expectations in the first year, second year, and how was your journey in the college? And when you reached the fourth year, what changed from the first year to the fourth year?
Okay, that is a nice way of describing, a student life, what happens to them right from the time they enter the college and they come out of it. Just like any other kid, I too had a lot of expectations. Let me be very frank about it. And yeah, that was me in my first year. Me in my first year, I wanted to do something. What is that something? I have no idea. And that's it. That's all. I just wanted to do something, and I thought getting into an institute would help me. All of that. We have, people around us, the environment, the peer groups, the institutional supports, and everything, university support, and all of that. But yes, by the time I think I finished my first year, a lot of people, I had some idea that yes, I want to continue my studies. That's a very honest thing that I wanted to do. And yeah, again, by the time I came to second year, I also realized the importance of studying in a good institute, what it can provide, what is the leverage that you get, and why they are called or categorized as premium or elite institutes, and what's the benefit of getting in there. And that was the whole thing about it. And I was very much interested in, doing the research part of things, and I wanted to go in that field. So again, suggestion was if you're taking thinking about research, so then try to hit the top universities in the world, global universities. Don't think about universities which are just within the country. Definitely go for it, but don't limit yourself with that. So I agreed to that, and yeah, I wanted to go in those fields or on those lines. By the time I came to third year, I realized that it's difficult for parents also to afford that. It becomes very difficult. I agree for that fact. And as a matter of fact, when things were going on, I spoke to my parents too, stating that see, I think it's better I look for a job and I work for a year or two or for a couple of years or something, and I can have some savings or something from my end, and I can fund my own education because my parents were bent upon not taking loans. They're quite scared about getting a student loan. Probably they would have had incidents in their life. I don't know. I didn't think much about this. So, okay, I said, fine, if you really fear that then okay, I will go for this path. But again, I was told that you said all this while that your dream was to continue your studies, and now what are you telling? So I thought, okay, for 2 full years, I had to stand strong and oppose, the very two people whom I thought would always support me. I had to stand strong opposing them, and now they're agreeing for it. I said, okay, that's like jackpot. The real twist was in the fourth year. This is not even the twist in the plot. Fourth year, that is when, recession in the IT market or in the US market hit, and a lot of companies stop hiring, they froze hiring. And our seniors or the previous batch who were hired by the companies, they were in their internship or training or probation period, and they were being laid off, and such things were happening. That is when my parents felt, oh, this is the market situation. And how can we afford her studying outside? Now, that's a big deal. That is when they realized it. So then they said, no, continue, go for a job. I said, I wanted to study. They said, no, go for a job. I said, you told last year. They said, no. I said, cheating karta hai tu.
The funny thing
They
is they're
said, no,
going to watch this video.
let them. Let them.
Let them
No, no,
watch.
this
I'm
is the
happy
truth.
that you have
You
become the
see.
truth speaker, truth teller. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, because what is the point of, living a life where I'm not true to myself at least?
I
Okay, so
appreciate.
this is what happened. This is the truth that happened. Now, shifting all my plans or schedules from one direction to the other direction and figuring it out took a toll. I don't say no. I totally agree with that, and I wasn't fully prepared to enter the corporate sector or enter the industry sector for that matter for a very long time because come on, in all ways I deserve to study further. Okay, I am good with concepts, I am good with understanding things, I am good with doing things that requires in that line, and I knew I'm eligible, I deserve to, and why not? Then, okay, convincing myself, getting out of a lot of things and trying out a lot of things that took a toll, that took some time too. And I must admit, I've had really bad low phases too. I think, I had called up to you over a phone call, almost cried. Yeah, so yeah, definitely phases do exist for everyone. There's nothing as such. But yeah, maybe after that, I got some clarity on what I'm supposed to do and how am I supposed to tackle. At least I realized I should not be this innocent sheep, even though I'm at home. So yeah, I learned to tackle that, and that helped me a lot.
I have a
And I think
second
not long after
question.
that.
Yeah.
Let me just complete it. Not long after that, I think 2 to 3 months, I landed my internship. I think I was preparing for GATE at that time, and yeah, I do agree I didn't clear GATE, but I'm happy that I scored better than last year. I've improved in my performance. So yeah, let's see what happens about that in future. But yes, I think in about 2 months of completing GATE exam, I have landed an internship and I'm going through it. So yes, you can have your question.
Okay. So you must have had few of your friends who have already landed a job. And when your situation completely changed from study to career, study to job, and you were not mentally ready, and there was a phase that you didn't actually prepare for interview or maybe the career. You just studied thinking that you would be going to the post graduation course, but that didn't happen according to the plan. Immediately things changed, and there was a phase you have to change your mind. You have to become now the IT industry oriented personality, or maybe you need to prepare for the interviews, you need to clear. Yeah, you're a bright student, but there must have been chances that you didn't get anything. You didn't get anything in your hands, and You must have been going through hell like anybody else. No matter you may be topper, you may be better in studies, but still that didn't leave you
Yeah,
in
true.
a very, you know, cozy situation or maybe comfortable situation, because you also underwent and experienced the very deadliest dreams or maybe the situations which anybody else would go through. Let's not say a backbencher or a front bencher, because both have the pros and cons, and both experience the pain, both experience the joy. And when the rejections happen, when they don't get jobs, and when things don't happen in a certain way, and things are completely uncertain, nothing is seen. No matter you're a good student, nothing is very certain in the future. Like all of a sudden things come to our mind, like all of 4 years what we spent in the college, why did we not plan this way, why did we not look this way? Start blaming or cursing the past, or maybe you were not ready for it. So instantly things change and people say, do thou this. So how did you go through that?
Yeah, definitely a very tough phase. And one key learning that I've had is to embrace rejections rather than taking it the other way around. Okay, and again, embrace rejections like a wise person. Don't become a fool here. Just because embrace rejection, come on, keep getting rejected is not the thing. Each time you face a rejection, find out why that happened and see how that can be rectified. And another thing, that we have not seen is uh, some progress is better than no progress. Showing up every day to a particular task or to a particular thing is also progress. Not necessary you have to keep improving all the time. At times your graph can go like this, it can go little up. Sometimes when you show up that day, your performance is little low. It goes on to the negative side too. There's nothing wrong in it. And that's completely a human thing. That's very much valid. So, but do not stop. The moment you stop, your graph has stopped there. Don't let the graph stop. Keep it continuing. Don't stop. Someday, eventually, you will definitely hit something or the other, and that is for sure. That is for sure. The only thing is you should remain consistent, and each time, little bit of brain should be used. And yeah, that phase is definitely tough. I don't say no. Anybody who's in their final year, pre-final year as well, please start preparing yourself mentally to accept it, as to accept both rejections as well as offers. Okay, both can happen, and please learn to accept it, because when you face it all of a sudden, if you're not prepared to face it, I understand. I too have been through, I've seen a lot of people around me being through the same situation. It became very difficult. There was a time where I had one of my friend calling me up at this time, and she said, I don't know what are we going to do. Have been building projects. All this while I thought, initially I thought I'm not good with aptitude, but I got better in that. Then I thought I'm not good with technical skills. I got better in that. Then I thought, okay, I don't have certifications and projects. I did that. Then I thought, okay, maybe resume is the problem. I figured it out. Then I thought, okay, interview, the way they're asking questions and the way I'm answering, my preparation is low. That also I have prepared. Now what is it that why companies are not ready to hire me? What am I supposed to do? In fact, my friend, she just said that, I'm tired of seeing the rejection mails. What is this? Everywhere I apply, I only see, sorry, sorry. I stopped opening those mails. I've literally stopped opening the mail, seeing the subject line when they say sorry. I said, I'm done. I am done. I give up. So, yeah, that phase definitely exists. I don't say no. And very recently, I came across another interesting thing. When somebody shares or gives you a rejection mail saying, sorry, we don't see you as the right fit, or we would not like to proceed further with your candidature. If there are a couple of places where you can reply back to the mail, it's not an automated mail. You can definitely reply back. Even if it's automated, you can reply back. A human is going to read it from the organization. So you replying back can probably land you in another vacancy or another position that they have open for something similar. So because again, that is how you prove that you communicate. So that is a key factor. So they say each time you receive such a mail, don't stop. Tell them that thank you for considering to view my profile or for going through my resume or going through my CV. But I totally appreciate that what you have seen and the parameters you're considering. And I'm happy to work. If there is a future opportunity available, please feel free to interview me or get in touch with me. I would be happy to stay in this organization and contribute whatever I can. That will definitely help. So that is one thing. This is what I said. Start accepting rejections. Accept rejection and give it back the way it has to be given, in a very diplomatic, in a very classy, light way of giving it. It might help you, it might open doors. You do not know. Maybe if not that company, probably somebody else, their network's company, somebody in their network will have some other opening. Maybe they may push it there. Who knows? So that is also possible. And yeah, go through the phase. Everybody has to go through. It is not about, front bencher, back bencher, middle bencher, whichever bench you sit in, you don't sit in. You come to college, you don't come to college. You go through it. You definitely go through it. And it's just like practicing, bow and arrow. You learn to shoot, be it bow and arrow, or even with a gun or whatever of that matter. You shoot, you don't hit the bullseye the very first time. You keep practicing, practicing. At some point, you will definitely hit. That's all that it is. Yeah, everybody goes through it, and that's life. Come on, that's life telling you that you're becoming an adult. So welcome to adulthood.
Thank you, Pooja. The next question will be asked in the next episode. Till then, have a good time.